Hello everyone, I'm Adrian Hernandez and this is my quality improvement project for Spring Block 1 ATRN 7110, Quality Improvement and Patient Safety. The objective of this project is to reduce the amount of undiagnosed post-deployment syndrome, PDS, within military members by increasing the number of members taking the post-deployment health assessment, PDHA. When members return from deployment, not everyone takes the PDHA. This leads to an increased number of undiagnosed members with PDS. However, simply stating reducing the amount of PDS within military members is too broad, as there are many factors to be considered. We are going to focus on the equitable component of the STEEP principle, which I will discuss in a few slides. Before we begin, I wanted to introduce you to the PDHA. The PDHA is a program mandated by the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Health Affairs that was designed to identify and address health concerns with specific emphasis on mental health, which may have developed over time since deployment. The PDHA provides for a second health assessment by a provider using the electronic DD Form 2796 during the 30-day time period following deployment return. Service members who have completed a deployment on or after 20 March 2004 are required to have a completed PDHA documented in their medical record and the Electronic Deployment Health Assessment database via the Navy Environmental Health Center. I have provided an additional PowerPoint detailing the questions within the PDHA. The Institute of Medicine has provided aims which help identify goals and set the direction for the QI team on specific issues. Safe, timely, efficient, effective, equitable, and patient-centered are components which outline the basic concept of figuring out a QI problem. As mentioned before, I have decided to focus on the equitable factor for my QI project. This would allow the PDHA to be valid and attainable within all military members, despite what area of the world they are deployed in. Once we figure out how to allow accessibility of the PDHA to all members of the military, we can then focus on other components of the STEEP principle. The team members included the chain of command at Fleet Intelligence Detachment, Fallon, Nevada, along with the military members providing adequate information on their PDHA. The member's primary healthcare physician would also be a part of the team. Currently, I am the Administration Petty Officer within our command. This position allows me access to all members who are returning from deployment, as I am in charge of their administration paperwork and a reviewer on their leave status. I am basically able to fully accept the member back into our command if no further paperwork is pending. Without being fully accepted back into the command, the members are not able to take leave. Aim statement. Throughout the next 2 months, we will increase the amount of military members taking the post-deployment health assessment by 50% within Fleet Intelligence Detachment, Fallon, Nevada. Please take a second to review my flowchart of the current process of administering the PDHA. Note the blue marker. This is something we will discuss in the oncoming slides. If more time is needed for review, you are welcome to pause on this slide. Dive into this slide of my flowchart on the ideal process of administering the PDHA. Note, the blue area is not currently on this slide. Once again, you are welcome to pause on this slide if needed. The blue step within the current process is something we need to mitigate to reach our goal. If the member states they have no issues, they still have to conduct the PDHA. This is where the main issue lies. The cause and effect diagram, or fishbone diagram, which has led to the current problem include people, policy, methods, and material. Beginning with people. Newly enlisted members do not know what the PDH is and how to complete it. The chain of command does not track who has completed their PDHA and who has not. The primary healthcare physician also does not keep track of this until there is a problem. Method. There is no current method on keeping track of the PDHA. Policy. There is no command policy set in play. Material. A common access card or government-issued ID, common access card reader, link to the assessment or lack thereof, and a computer are needed to complete the assessment. Most members do not have government computers at home, thus are not able to access the link without their common access card. To know any change in the structure of the process, the first thing would be to educate the chain of command and the members on the importance of completing the PDHA. During the actual process of returning, a simple worksheet with who has completed the PDHA and who has not, along with those returning from deployment, would provide significant changes to the process. The outcome measures would be having a full count of members administering the PDHA within 30 days of returning from the ship. What changes can be made that will result in an improvement? The one I foresee being the most important is keeping track of who is returning and who has not completed the PDHA, educating the members on the use of PDHA, weekly reports done by the administration petty officer, and ensuring all PDHA profiles are updated prior to leave. I believe the plan phase of the PDSA cycle should be the most thought out and important step. This is because this step allows you to understand what is wrong and what implementations are to be made to act upon. As mentioned before, increasing the amount of members taking the PDHA will decrease the amount of members undiagnosed with post-deployment syndrome. There are many factors with decreasing the amount of members that go undiagnosed. Thus, focusing on the equitable concept, this will begin the process of ensuring everyone has access to the PDHA. The due phase of the PDSA cycle will consist of the members actually conducting the PDHA, making an appointment with medical, and following on with attending the appointment. During the due phase, I could think of possible issues that may arise. Dealing with the members taking leave. If they are to take leave after conducting the electronic PDHA and their appointment is scheduled 2 to 8 days after their return, we can still process their leave, but must be considerate of their appointment day to not miss it. If the administration petty officer does not remember to give members their check-in sheet, a reminder can be set in play of who is returning. This reminder can go through the entire chain of command to ensure proper communication if something comes up. The last factor that would be addressed would be the lack of knowledge on the importance of the PDHA. This would be spoken about on the following slides. During the study phase, we realized the members don't understand the importance of the PDHA or what exactly post-deployment syndrome is. To be honest, I didn't know what PDS was until my PDHA appointment when I was diagnosed with tinnitus. Educating the members early on would allow for better understanding of the importance of documenting medical issues. We wouldn't want to have to go through the trouble of the Veterans Affairs Office not having the issue properly documented. As mentioned, the change that will occur will be educating the members during general military trainings, GMTs. GMTs are trainings conducted monthly to facilitate new protocols or instructions the Navy has put forth. The process of returning from deployment and showing up to their medical appointment will be more efficient based on the previous information provided during the PDSA cycle. The military loves check-in sheets. These sheets provide proper documentation on what is needed to be done. Upon arrival, the administration petty officer will give a step-by-step detailed instruction how to complete the PDHA to be fully accepted back into the command. The following are a few steps to be utilized to ensure efficient use. I've considered a simple Excel worksheet to keep track of who has completed the PDHA. This is because I'm able to carry the worksheet from work setting to work setting or department to department depending on my mission for the day. I would be able to keep track of the upcoming returnees. The spread plan for this concept is quite simple. Within our command, we have roughly 100 personnel to keep track of on a daily basis. Not all members return at once. On average, there's 3 shifts that return a month, and personnel from our command attached to the shift can include anywhere between 2 to 5 personnel. This is a low number of individuals in contrast to larger commands who have 20 to 100 personnel returning per ship. Once the process becomes efficient, we can then spread our plan out to larger commands within Naval Air Station Fallon. In conclusion, the only factor that I could see as a future issue would be the additional documentation. It might be that we would need additional administration personnel to keep track of these individuals. The communication between the military members, chain of command, and primary healthcare physicians is vital to reaching our goal of a 50% increase in the number of members taking the PDHA. Thank you for taking the time to review my project. I look forward to your thoughts and comments.